All right, we're up and running. Wait for some people to join up and then we can get started. Usually takes about a couple minutes. And then Discord is in the bio, so that's where we will talk. Prompt is whether or not you think Trump is a good president. What's up, Nick Star, or Nick, I guess? Wait to get some people in here first. Where's your friend? He's back at my house in Wilmington. It's good. Taylor. What's up, Connor? Happy y'all are here. Just gonna get some more people in here. Let's see if we can get to like maybe if everybody can drop a like on the stream, that'll help push it out to more people. Got about 4 people in here, so should start to bounce up here pretty soon. Shouldn't take too long. The goal is to end the stream with like maybe 13,200 subscribers or so. Okay, where are you? Central North Carolina, Raleigh area. Just gonna wait to get some more people in here. Typically takes a little bit. I think yesterday's stream we had maybe around 30,000 people, maybe 40, who knows? Kind of forgot. About 2 minutes in, should be maybe 3 more minutes or so till viewers start rolling in. Then we can get some debates going. I think I've been streaming maybe 4 days in a row now. It's been fun. Appreciate the positivity, Peter. It's good to know that political opinions are something you are not a fan of, but you do you. Good to know you're not a First Amendment guy. You talking about in the Discord, Nick? I'll figure that out. Let me see here. Let's see. I'll figure that out at some point. What's up, himself? What's up, G-Man? Got about 50 people in here, so should start rolling in pretty soon. What's up, TikTok? Guilty of being right, says Trump is a genius. What's up, Darnell? Appreciate the positivity from Darnell. See if we can get to 10 likes. We got about 60 people in here. Let me figure this Discord stuff out so we can get people going. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, so the Discord should be better now, Nick, or the mod role. Let's see. Read some comments first. A lot of mad people in here. Chris says he's great. Golden says I called and you didn't answer. Well, there's no number up on the screen. Playboy the creator says my guy thinks Trump is on his team. I mean, if you say so, wouldn't really consider myself Trumpy, but okay. I like a lot of what he did, but some of it I disagree with as well. Mr. Astro says Obama better at what? Zapper says politics are dumb, we should just come together. It'd be nice if we could, but Julian says, okay, but seriously, what good has that loony done? I mean, he closed the border and he negotiates better deals for the United States. Donald Trump is a total loser, says Kazam. I mean, guy's a billionaire, 2 times president, so I wouldn't say so. He lost a war to Iran. I mean, look at the United States now, and then look at the state of Iran. I mean, tell me who won. Iran has crumbled. They're gonna put a number up. My Discord is in you know, my YouTube bio. You can join the server there, and that's where we can talk. Also, let's see if we can get to 13,000 subscribers here. That'd be great. Appreciate it, Connor. Let's see, let me check Discord real quick. Let's see here. If you're in the stream, click the Discord link and then apply to join so we can get some conversations going. How old am I? I'm 21. Do you support Iranian people that want their freedom? I do. Out of your mind if you think Trump is a good president? I mean, out of your mind if you think that the border should have stayed open. We can both play that game. He's the worst president in the history of the United States. I disagree. Barron? No, that is not me. Robert says Trump is the greatest president ever to come in America. I disagree, but he's not the worst. Curtis, you've never seen a pimple before, I guess. Tony says Biden's a genius at falling over, maybe. KJ says the border shouldn't have stayed open. I agree. Do you believe in God? I do. Oh, I did misread your message. My bad. Verm says Trump is goated. Wouldn't say he's the goat, but he's not bad. If he's not the best, then who is? I mean, I respect Kennedy more than Trump, to be honest. Harry says, oh, now I understand why you seem smart. You don't seem like a liberal. Very true. Tony says Biden never made mistakes. I mean, he kept the border open for 4 years, but I would say that's a pretty solid mistake. Who do you consider to be the best president of all time? Probably either Washington or maybe Lincoln. Tony says Obama was perfect. I voted for him 3 times. I don't know how that works. I feel like he won every election he ran in. Bet I can guess your birthday. It's this year. I mean, all right. If Trump is not the best, and who is? I mean, it's all opinion based, but I would say Washington and Lincoln are solid. Mike says Kennedy's one of the most overrated presidents ever. I mean, he was the only one who really stood up to foreign entities. I feel like every president in my lifetime has kind of bent over for Israel. You didn't really see Kennedy doing that. Chris says, I'm going to subscribe to you. Seems like you have common sense. Appreciate it. We're trying to hit 13,000 subscribers by the end of the stream. That'd be great. Tony says Trump is a criminal. Hillary and Bill are pure angels. I mean, I think Monica Lewinsky begs to differ, but Harry says, I think Trump is doing a better job than any president in the past 20 plus years. He's doing a lot more than they are, that's for sure. Mike, I never said that. It's not at all what I said. But you can't deny that Israel has their hands dipped in so many politicians' pockets in the United States. Andrew, Trump or Joe Biden? Trump is a better president, but Joe's a better person. I'll say that. I think that's fair. Trump's in the Epstein files. I feel like if he did the things that are listed in the files, then the Democrats would have used that against him in 2016 and 2024, but they didn't. Got about 100 people in here. Let's see if we can get up to maybe 30 likes here and 12,900 subscribers. If you do subscribe, your name pops up on the screen. And let's see if we can get some donations as well. You don't have to donate. You can always watch for free. But pretty soon here, we're going to start debates in Discord. Link is in my bio. You can request to join and we could talk there. But for now, I'm going to read some comments. The Happy Pine says Trump is a bully and a clown. All right. It's funny how a lot of people are so mad about Trump's deportation record when Obama deported 3 million people. Trump's only done like maybe 100,000 or so. Callis says those are Republican talking points. What do you mean? I wouldn't say I'm Democrat or Republican. I'd say I'm just right of center. Appreciate the clapping seal. I don't know what that does, but appreciate it. The fallen one. I have no idea what it does. Callis says this guy's a bot. No, very much a real person. We got Big Jeffrey Epstein says Trump is my best buddy. That's a funny comment. Trump Uzumaki says he needs to be on Mount Rushmore. I disagree with that. I think it looks good as is. Callis, if you can go in depth on what you believe the MAGA talking points that I've said are, then please do, because I've said a lot in the past 12 minutes. Ferrari says, can I ask you something? Go ahead. Crew Jones says Trump is the best president. Wouldn't say he's the best, but he's not the worst. Kyle says, go Trump. Biden got 81 million votes. With the whole 2020 election, I don't think it was rigged, but it seems hard to believe that Biden got more votes than Obama. But it definitely wasn't a rigged election. Trump renamed it to the Department of War and lost his first war. Don't think he lost the war. I mean, let's look at the United States and then let's look at Iran. Iran has crumbled. They have no leader. I wouldn't say that they won that war in any regard. Ryan says Democrats are extremely hypocritical. Both sides are, to be honest. Mysterious Pyromancer says, I'm Canadian. What is a president? Kellis, I mean, he's good because he closed the border. We had about 10 million people stream over the border under the previous administration. That's like 2 times, maybe 2.5 times the population of Vermont. And Biden cried that he needed a bill for the entire 4 years. Trump got in. 2 weeks later, the border was closed and he didn't even need a bill. Trump just gave Iran 300 billion. I mean, what can you do? I don't support the Iran war. It's one of the things that I've dislike that Trump did. His first term was solid. 2025 was good. Is Michelle Obama a man? I don't think so. He far from closed the border. I mean, I think it was July of 2024. We had maybe 30,000 border crossings, and then July of 2025 we had probably 250. So I'd say it's a lot better now. How do you feel about Trump saying he's going to run for office in Israel? I never heard that, but That'd be funny. Wesley says, when are people going to wake up? There's many aspects that that comment could be referring to. Primal screams, what does skin color have to do with anything? I mean, we sent hundreds of billions to Ukraine, and when we pulled out of Afghanistan in like 2022 or something, we left all the terrorist organizations over there. A lot of our equipment probably worth a couple billion. Can you be mod on YouTube? Maybe if I get bigger, maybe like when I hit 30,000 subscribers or so, I'll start giving out mods. So if you do want a shout out, you can just click the subscribe button. Your name pops up under the live subscriber count right there. And I do take donations as well. You can always watch for free. You don't have to. Trump left them. He wasn't president in 2022, so no, he didn't. Why do you avoid talking about the Epstein files? I talk about it a lot. I think if he did the things that were listed in them, then the Democrats would have used that against him in 2016 and 2024. But how old am I? I'm 21. Why don't you talk about Epstein? Didn't Trump kick Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago in like the late 90s because he was doing some weird stuff? And wasn't Trump the one that released the files as well? Someone says, who's Trump? Callus, you must think you're like the only person in here. I mean, a lot of comments to read. Appreciate the subscription from Fortnite 22240. See if we can end the stream at 13,100 subs, maybe. See if we can get there. No, he didn't do that with Epstein, you fool. Search it up. He quite literally did kick him out of his club, but okay. Do you think he's a good president? Sometimes. In his first term, he was great, and the beginning of his second term, he was solid. But since March, it's definitely gone downhill. BV Netanyahu says, I love Trump. He's a great friend to me in Israel. Cool Nadu says the Afghanistan exit was caused by Trump. He set the entire schedule and caused there to be no path but to withdraw. Biden's hand was forced from him when he got into office. There were plenty of other ways to withdraw than how Biden did it. He had a year and a half to figure out how to do it, and he couldn't. Jim says Trump is bad for America. Harry, that's what I'm saying. Trump's doing magic with the markets. Hey, I'm making a lot of money, so I'm happy. Gas is screwed, but it's going down. Stuck says best president we've ever had. I disagree there, but wouldn't say he's the worst either. Didn't have a response to Trump loving Israel. I am not in favor of his closeness to Israel, just like every other president in my lifetime. It feels like, for the past 30 years or so, American politicians have had their pockets lined up with money from AIPAC and Israel and whatnot, but that's just me. Not much of a conspiracy theorist myself, but it's a little odd. Am I left or right? I'm just right of center. Larry says USA lost. I mean, they won the World Cup game today. He has the emotional intelligence of a toddler. Tend to agree there. Do you support the current state of ICE? I think it'd be nicer if there was a little bit more training. But I mean, as a whole, I still support ICE. It's like in 2020, we had a couple bad police officers who did some terrible things, and then all of a sudden, a lot of people on the left, a lot of politicians were calling for, you know, police departments be defunded and the entire police organization be defunded. And the same thing kind of happened last year with ICE. I don't think that they should be defunded, but maybe a little bit more training and background checks for who gets to join the job for sure. Just say traitor and be done with it. If you call, anybody you might have a political disagreement a traitor, then I don't know, it might be on you. Dylan says, my opinion, first term great, second term started off good, but since then straight downhill, not a fan. I agree. Lunch break theory says, if you're ever in Los Angeles and catch me riding my bike, say hi. All right. We're 17 likes away from 50. Let's see if we can get there. A little bit of a slower day, slower start. Let's see here. Sent a 6-7 gift. I have no clue what that is, but appreciate that. We're 30 subscribers away from 12,900. And I got 2 days ago about $300 in donations. If you want to match that, you do get a perfect nice shout out if you're interested in like growing your channel or something. You don't have to donate it at all. You can always just watch for free. Let's see here. Don't be misled, kid. I'm a traitor. So in that aspect, over half of voting Americans are a traitor. I mean, that sounds a little buzzwordy to me. Harry says this guy's a lot more fair than a lot of people. I appreciate it. I mean, I've done this like seriously for maybe a week and I've gotten so many threats. It's insane. And it's always from people on the left. And I'm like just right of center. I've never gotten any from people on the right. A lot of emotional people in here. What are your opinions on the Iran war? I'm heavily against it. He promised no new war and then he jumps into Iran. Feels like Israel might have pulled us into that one. Steven says, yo, we're all Americans. Can we not come together as a country? Watching the World Cup and seeing country's pride. Where's ours? The president is the president, but it's our country. Let's support it. I agree. Fantastic comment. Crew Jones says Trump is getting stuff done for America. Hope so. What do you think about Elon becoming the first trillionaire? I mean, congrats to him, I guess. You don't get brother. You have no idea the messages I've got. You have not a clue. People telling me I'm gonna get kirked. I mean, people telling me where I live. I mean, it's crazy stuff. Let's see here. Primal, you are going off. You must be a little emotional today, I guess. I went to a No Kings protest maybe it was sometime in March, like maybe March 19th or something, and I got there early just to see how it operated, and there were buses filled with people with their signs. They all looked like they were made in a factory, but you're avoiding my comments now. I've gotten 1,100 comments this stream, so I mean, don't expect me to read all of them. Let me check Discord real quick. I'm gonna start accepting people here pretty soon so we can get conversations going.
Hello.
What's up?
Yo, what up?
How's it going? Let me see here. Let's see. Someone said, Jesus is my savior, Trump is my president. All right.
People need to stop debating. It's getting tiring. Just
Yeah, if we have any like voting age people to debate, that'd be great. You should do call-ins. I typically do. I made a Discord like 2 days ago, so I'm still figuring out how to use it. What do you think about the Trump phone? I think it's pretty weird. Joey says, thank you for the honesty about the pros and cons of Trump. Sorry for the death threats. You earned my respect. Appreciate it. Someone said, "Why do y'all hate ice?" No clue. Where's Trump's gold phone made? The Philippines? Yeah, it's pretty hypocritical. There's nothing wrong to debate, dude. Where's my friend? I'm at my parents' house now. I go back to mine a couple days, so he should be back on pretty soon. Let me figure this Discord stuff out. Very new. Let's see here. At some point I'll get, familiar enough to just roll through it. Let's see here. One person named JPSTR. Might try and be nice if I figured out how to call people, but oh well. Let's see here. Sending friend request to JPSTR, then we can figure something out. I feel like he's in the voice. See here. Whoever JPSTR is, I feel like they're muted. Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Alright, we're just waiting on JPSTR so we can get this conversation going.
I think he needs to set up push to talk.
Alright, I'll give him a little bit. I'm gonna keep reading comments. Matt says I don't like all the wars. I agree. Neither do I. I hate ICE. Why? Because they took my people away? I mean, every other country is allowed to have border patrol and immigration laws, but the second the United States does it, it's offensive. I mean, people come here illegally, they got to go back. Every other country does it. Maybe not the UK at this point, but yeah, it'd be nice if there was like an age thing where I could figure that out before adding, but a lot of kids scroll on YouTube. Waiting for JPSTR to get his thing figured out, and then we'll get going. He's not a good president. He desires to be king. It's funny, every time he's been questioned about it, he's like, I never said that I wanted to be king or anything. It's kind of funny, but they made like protests about it. I guess anything to skip work, but check Discord again real quick. Cooking with Andrew. What's your Discord name? The link is in my bio if you want to, apply there, and then we can accept you. But we're 18 subscribers away from 12,900. See if we can get there pretty soon. How old am I? I'm 21. Funny thing, kings don't get elected. It's funny. Hey, partner, care if I join in chat? You can apply to the Discord I made or joined Discord 2 days ago, so I'm still getting familiar with it. Then we can try and get something going. 5 likes away from 50. Thought I was 18. Nope. Maybe 3 years ago. Let me see, Andrew. Okay, I see. All right. Feel like I added you. I'm not sure though. Very new at this. Let's see. Let me go to your profile and maybe add friend, and then we can get an individual call going. Let's see here. You think Trump is a good president, or are you just being devil's advocate? There's some things about him that I like, and there's some things that I dislike about him. So, I'm not one side. Try and be as fair as possible. Send my application. Let me see. We've always had border patrol and immigration laws. We have, but we didn't use it for the 4 years that Biden was president. Unfortunately. Check Discord again. All right, adding some people in. You'll be good in here.
Yep.
All right, just waiting for the debaters to open their mics. Got my, I guess, a Discord moderator helping me through this. Are we allowed to talk in the Discord call? You are. Yeah. Someone's just. The more you spam, the less I want to read your stuff. How do you feel about him being in the Epstein files? If he really did the stuff that was listed in the Epstein files, then why didn't the Democrats use that against him in 2016 and 2024? Also, why did he kick Epstein out of his club in the late 90s? And also, why did the victims drop their cases? It just doesn't make sense. You are just legally illiterate. Please elaborate on why you believe that. Calla says you believe anything Trump says? Not at all. I mean, literally in the middle, but okay. You already said this. I mean, I'm being asked it about 500 times, so I kind of do have to say it again. Go back to the Discord and start adding some more people. All right. Added someone named San Juan. Reed says, can we all agree Trump is the GOAT? Wouldn't say he's the GOAT, but are you following the race in California? I am. I thought Spencer Pratt was going to do good, but apparently something's being released that Karen Bass's campaign was paying homeless people or something. Let me see here. Yo, what's up?
Yo. How are you?
Good, how are you? You Andre? Or Andrew, I
I'm.
guess?
Yeah.
Solid name. What are your thoughts on Trump?
I think he's a pretty good guy, but I'm mostly in the middle when it comes to Trump because I get there's some bad things that he has done for this country, but I get there's also some good things he's done for this country.
Yeah, a lot of good and a lot of bad. I guess my sentiment is he's definitely a better president than he is person. Um, what are some good things that you think he's done, and what are some bad things, and we can go from there.
I really think that some good things that he did was 100% the immigration issue. It has gotten out of control ever since Biden became president in 2020. It's just let in millions upon millions of immigrants in this country who have came illegally. And once he became president, he shut them all down and took them out, sent them right back to where they came from.
Yeah,
Hey Andrew, I got the thing to work.
let's go.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good, thanks. Yo, I just wanted to join because whenever I'm like going on live streams on YouTube, I see these people that are always like going against Trump and like everything that he does, they hate. But I
Yeah.
found someone new, and then thank you for. I'm just like happy that we have like someone good that can like actually give a good point of view instead of just being a biased opinion every 2 seconds. But thank you, dude.
Let's go. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I try and keep it in the
Yes,
middle
yes.
as best as possible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of things about Trump that I do like, and there's some that I don't like. Like the previous speaker, Andrew said the border was definitely a big problem. Biden cried for maybe 3.5 years that he needed a border bill to close the border. He didn't, and then Trump gets in, and 2 weeks later, the border's closed. And I will say with ICE, he's only deported maybe like 90,000 people, and
Yeah.
there's millions more that you know crossed over the border that at some point will probably have to go. But who knows if he'll
Yes.
ramp back the immigration? But what are your thoughts on the Iran situation?
Um, I'm that's the topic where I'm very 50-50 on it. I'm not very in favor of it, but I'm also not against it because I get the reason he started the war, but to have this go on for this long is just not good for this country.
I'm
The
pretty
gas
sure they're.
prices absolutely went so much higher than they probably did during Biden's presidency just because of the Strait of Hormuz getting closed from Iran and Trump trying to do something but nothing ever got fixed until the newly signed peace treaty with them.
This kid knows ball. What are your thoughts on JPSTR?
Sorry, I'm having a input problem right here. Hold up.
All good. It's all good. Take your time. Let's see.
All right, I'm good now.
All right.
I'm like Andre too. I'm just 50-50 on it because there's things that need to be done, but the way they're executed sometimes doesn't work. But I did hear that there is like he was saying too, peace is coming soon with Iran and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that definitely helped my stock portfolio. Him saying that, but I mean I'm 21 years old. I feel like my entire life you hear from politicians that we're 2 weeks away from Iran having a nuclear weapon, and feels like every time we do an operation there, the second we get out, a couple months later, something else happens. What I don't understand is in July of last year, we supposedly destroyed their nuclear capabilities, and then within half a year, the country of Iran suddenly has another one that we got to take out. And it's weird that just a couple weeks before we decided to go into Iran again, that Iran sends like a missile into Israel or something. It kind of seems a little fishy. Maybe we're not fighting Iran for the sake of America.
Yeah.
Maybe we're fighting it for somebody else.
Can we talk about ICE a little bit, if that's okay with you?
Yeah, of course.
So, do you, so I heard you talking a little bit on what you think about ICE, but with people saying that they don't like what they do, that kind of doesn't make any sense to me because their job is to remove people who are breaking the law coming into this country illegally, and most of them can do like really bad things. And I understand when people say like, okay, well, people come here, they they have to get out of some bad places and they need to get a job and pursue their life, but at least you need to do it legally, not illegally. Like Trump, that's exactly what he says. I don't know if you agree with that, but that's just my point of view.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree there. I will say though, the legal immigration, like the whole process, it takes way too long. There's still no excuse to break the law to get into this country, but
Oh yeah, one of my parents is from another country and they're legal. They're legal, right? But it took work and it took time, but now they're here.
that's what's up. I mean, it'd be nice if more people had that sentiment. It's like, I think you probably remember in 2020 the whole George Floyd stuff. We had like a bad officer who did something, not great. And seems like the entire police department, every police department in the United States was getting flack for it. Every police officer had to like issue some sort of an apology, even if they weren't involved in it whatsoever. But it
Yeah.
seems like ICE is getting that same flack. It's it seems pretty unfair. And I remember in 2020, a lot of people on the left wanted to defund like police and whatnot, and now they're calling to defund ICE. It just doesn't really make sense to me. But there were definitely some bad actors in both, especially ICE, the whole Minnesota situation. wasn't great, but doesn't mean ICE as a whole is bad.
I don't really agree with ICE.
All right, let's hear why.
I don't really agree with ICE.
Is that why?
Yeah, I just don't agree with them.
All right, what do you think they're doing bad?
Well, I think they shouldn't be killing people, but also at the same time they are allowed to kill people. But they shouldn't. They should be using blanks or the rubbery bullets to disarm the immigrants and arrest them and deport them back, not kill them. If you get what I mean.
Yo, I mean, there were only a couple cases of deaths compared to the tens of thousands of successful ones. It's kind of like what I mentioned with
And
the police department. Obviously, there's some deaths that happen with police interactions, but it doesn't take away from the millions of positive
and,
interactions.
and usually the people that are dying from this happening are the ones that are doing something even worse to the police or something. Like it's kind of hard to explain if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm from the UK. I don't know that much about them, but I understand what they do and what they mean to do. Like, you get what I mean?
I get it. So it's actually interesting that you're from the UK. I've been wanting to ask someone from the UK. Yeah, I mean, the past month or so has been absolutely insane for you guys in terms of, I guess protests and
Yeah.
whatnot with
Mhm.
definitely in terms of immigration. What are your thoughts on UK immigration? Because I would like to get a bit of an insight for how things are over
Well,
there.
recently there was a man in Belfast who had attacked a man. It
Yeah,
was a
stabbed him,
foreign
right?
man from what? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we didn't really stab him. He took him to the floor, slit the man's throat, and stabbed one of his eyes out and took one of his nose. It took his nose off, and the man is in hospital at the minute, and he's getting better care. But there's not too much information on the man from Salvolvia, I believe, or whatever
Somalia,
it's
was
called.
it?
Somalia, yes.
Yeah.
There's not information on him. He could have been intoxicated on any substance, alcohol, or drug, or mental health issues. The police have put out a report that he had mental health issues, but they do that a lot, and they tried to cover up by just saying he has mental health issues whenever the problem is it was an unprovoked attack.
Yeah. I mean, that was a massive story in the United States because it came maybe 2 days after the Henry Nowak body cam was released. So I mean, a lot of busy summer or beginning of summer for the UK, that's for sure.
Yes, well, I'm very happy from where I live. I live in the County Down area from Belfast,
All right.
and we don't get too much bother. We just get like some foreigners like sexually assaulting people and other things, but we don't really get killings. There was a recent killing down near a bar by a foreign man to a coloured man, and the coloured man had lost his life by the foreign man.
Hmm. So you're sitting in near Northern Ireland, is that correct?
Yes, I'm from Northern Ireland. I live in a small town called Coleraine.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, it seems kind of like a paradox with what's going on in the UK immigration wise. Seems 2025 and 2026 in the two countries, immigration is definitely up there in political topics. But I appreciate you coming in and talking about it.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me talking about it. Just our must Keir Stammer, he doesn't do much about it.
Yeah, the thing with him is he seems like such a nice guy, but he seems way in over his head.
He's not a nice guy. He's kind of like Trump.
For real?
Yeah, he's kind of like Trump, but like he he's been, as some people would say about Trump, he was accused of the rape and being in the Epstein files.
That's
But
insane.
Keir Starmer was proven guilty of the sexually assaulting and others.
That's wild. I never would have really guessed that from him. He must be like an introverted Trump or something.
Yeah, he's just like the UK version of Donald Trump.
That's
And
insane.
the situation with the files is confusing too. With people that I have at my school that are like really liberal, and when we're talking about it, they always bring that up when they try to make him when they try to make Trump a really bad guy because his name was like in the files thousands of times or whatever, but there's no accounted proof of exactly what he did. Like Andrew, you were talking about this earlier, how he like kicked Epstein off of like Mar-a-Lago from like
Yeah.
letting him go there or whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's I mean you if you really dig into it, um it kind of doesn't really make sense how it would have been an easy win for Hillary in 2016 and an easy win for Kamala in 2024 if they just released what was in the files then, but then they didn't do it. So it kind
Yeah,
of
and they had the chance to do that to release them, but they didn't. So there's a reason for that, obviously.
yeah, it seems a little wild to me. Nonetheless, I mean the files are very disgusting. I don't think
Yeah.
I've don't
There's
think
a
I've read
thing
any of it,
in the,
but
sorry, there's a thing in the files of the prince in the UK, Prince Andrew or Harry, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Andrew. He was in the Epstein files, and it was proven that he was, and he admitted it himself to his father, King James, I believe. I'm not too sure. I don't really know the king's name.
King Charles is it?
Yes, King Charles. His son, Prince Andrew, was in the Epstein files.
He really denigrates my name, that's for sure. But let's see. It's funny how like a couple months ago, Bill Clinton under testimony said, Donald Trump had nothing to do with Epstein. He literally said it like I don't know if it was like a deposition or testimony or something, but I did see a video where he said that, so it kind of scrambles some people's point of views on the whole subject. But anything else you guys want to talk about in terms of maybe
Um,
U.S. and UK politics?
I just
Charlie
want to
Kirk.
give I just want to give props to Andrew for the amount of research you do. Everything you've said is completely spot on.
Appreciate that.
I just want to give you props for that.
I'm new at this, so let's hope it gets better.
Andrew.
Yep.
Could you give us like information on the Charlie Kirk situation, like his death, of what you think happened? And
Uh, it's weird because it all happened so fast. I mean, I think I started working with Turning Point in March of 2025. This was maybe 6 months or so before he was killed, and it just how quickly they moved on from it. I get that they're trying to capitalize off of the attention and whatnot, but how fast they moved on from it is insane. Do I think that it was what's his name? Tyler Robinson, is that his name?
yes, it is, I believe so.
I
Yes, it was.
I feel like it was him, but at the same time it's kind of weird how just two or 3 days before he decides to completely switch his views on the whole Israel situation. I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist myself, but definitely a bit of a coincidence there. It'd be nice if they could speed this trial up and maybe allow cameras in the courtroom. I mean, his death was televised, so I think that the um, the court case should be as well. Also, something that I found weird. I went to his funeral in Arizona. I think it was September 21st or so, and the whole like it seemed more of a celebration than a funeral. Like I remember getting in there expecting like a somber kind of ceremony,
Well,
and
they have the things that are celebrations of life.
yeah, that's true. I
Because I think they're trying to. Sorry.
No, you're good. I imagine they had like more of a somber ceremony for his closer friends, probably a couple days beforehand. But yeah, maybe it was just a celebration of life. But even since then, look, I've got really nothing against his wife, but she seems to have moved on from it pretty fast. I mean, what are your thoughts about that?
My thoughts about it is that Donald Donald Trump had paid for Charlie Kirk's death to happen and told Charlie Kirk about it because by the photos that you see from, I don't remember his wife's name, Eliza Kirk, or is it?
I think it's Erica.
Erica.
Yeah, yes, Erica Kirk. Any photo you seen after Charlie Kirk's death, she was smiling in the photos, knowing, like, you would think, oh, my husband or boyfriend has just passed away. I would be upset. No, she was smiling in the photos.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely insane. I mean, I liked Charlie Kirk. I think he was fantastic at what he did. And it's also funny. I mean, I've been doing this for taking it seriously maybe 2 days now. in every stream I get, it's either like they talk about like whatever kirking is. I guess a lot of people on the left have been saying you're trying to get kirked or something like that. But then there's some people who are like kind of remind me of what Charlie Kirk was doing, but I'm definitely nowhere near as eloquent as he was, and definitely don't know as much information as he did.
Yeah, he was a big inspiration for me too. So when that happened, I was breaking down. That was one of the most like sad things that's ever happened.
Yeah, it was rough. It was definitely a rough month.
Yeah,
He was funny. He was a really funny guy.
Yeah, he was.
and he had a wife and 2 kids too, which is even worse.
Yeah.
I wonder how his children feel.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
They might-
they're so young, they probably won't even remember him.
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably won't understand when they're older. It'll impact them more.
What hurts the most is like realistically, there's gonna be some idiot at their school one day that's gonna show them that video, and it's just gonna ruin their week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah. But any
Once I
other?
got the news,
Can you? I have a request for one of the live streams. Can you do? I don't know if you This is another powerful issue. It's kind of semi-politics, but about pride.
Pride?
oh my god.
I mean,
That's a whole nother ball game, but it gets deep with. I feel like it'd be good.
I have so many points on pride. Because I have an uncle who is gay. There are 2 uncles who are gay. I just don't understand how gays and lesbians are associated with transgenders and trans whatever. Because like I feel like it's okay to be like another gender. God didn't make it perfect. God made 2 genders. God didn't make women and men perfectly, so women and men can like each other. That's why I feel like gay and lesbian is all right. But I don't feel that being transgender, being another gender, or being a they, a them, a z, or zer is okay to be instilling in children who are younger than 14 in middle school and elementary school
Yeah,
students.
younger than 18. You should be 18 to make those like choices to your body and
you
stuff.
want to hear my opinion about it?
Yes,
Yes,
sure.
please.
Sure.
I'm fine as long as it doesn't affect me, but also what I do have to say is you have to be, at least in the United States, you have to be 21 to drink alcohol, 18 to get a tattoo, 16 to drive, but you can be any age to get this life-altering surgery. It realistically should be, I mean, the brain stops developing around 25. I feel like 23 or 24 should be like the minimum age by now.
Yeah, when the adolescence stage is done, that should be when you can do it if you would like.
Yeah, I
I
agree. But I mean, as long as
I,
they don't affect me, like
I
I really don't
personally,
care what they do.
my uncle was like 40 when he became trans.
I mean, yeah, he's old enough
Yeah.
to make that decision for himself, so he's perfectly
Andrew.
free to do that. Yeah, what's
I
up?
also kind of don't mind people being trans, but just don't say, "Oh, I'm trans," and just like very like just put yourself out there like
Yeah,
to
keep
be
it to
all
yourself.
like, "Oh, hey, it's me." Just like and don't go into women's sports, don't go into men's sports, don't go into girls' locker rooms. It's confusing, but also weird and just at the same time, just to be doing that. And Trump putting a ban on men being in women's sports is another good thing that he's done for this country. Because I feel like all these men winning Olympic gold medals in women's sports is just not a right thing to men, not to men, to women.
That was a big
And
thing for sure.
yeah, and then Andrew, do you want to do a live stream for this? Do you think it'd be good or no?
For
'Cause-
the pride stuff.
Yeah, because personally, right now, I feel like this is a good conversation about it.
I mean, what the conversation we've had is great, but before I do that, I would need to definitely do some research because I guarantee to you there's going to be some people asking me about like the religious aspects of it. I identify as
Yeah.
a Christian, but I
Me too.
don't practice as much as I should, so I definitely need to read
Yeah,
into that a little bit. But
yeah, and then I could help you with that too.
that'd be
if you
great.
would like.
Yeah.
So could I, because I am bisexual.
Okay, nice. So yeah, we could
Like, I can help you
definitely
with the pride.
yeah, we could definitely get something in the works there. We could chat about it after the stream if you guys are still up. I know it's probably pretty late in Ireland right now, but
I think it's like 1 o'clock, but I have a question for you, Andrew.
yeah, let's hear it.
I know this is like very off topic, but what's the legal age for sex in the United States?
Pretty sure 18, and I think
Yeah, I think
it's
18.
different. I'm pretty sure it's different states though. I don't know if it's the entire country.
No, it's a national law that it's
Yeah,
8.
it's entirely
Ours is
okay.
16.
That's wild.
And there's a place in Asia, I think it's like, I can't remember, but it's like under teen.
Yeah,
That's
ours is
insane.
16 years old.
The thing the UK does right is the drinking age there, like 16. Like, yeah, we could use that.
And there's places
No,
too.
the drinking age in the UK is 21.
Is it?
Yeah,
Dang, I've been lied to my whole life. Jeez,
and the smoking and vaping is 18.
that's insane. I've been lied
Yeah,
to.
there's kids in my class all the time, my grade, who are just don't care, just go to the bathroom, just sit in the bathroom stall and just vape the entire
Yeah,
time. And I go to
I
the bathroom
am
and it smells like pineapple or strawberry.
14. I do vape. I shouldn't, but
I'm 15 and I see people who vape all the time.
Definitely a bad habit. But any other political topics we should talk about? I mean, there's so many. Let's say what could we do? We've gone into Iran, like the whole Iran topic. We've
Going to ice.
gone into ICE, yeah. Let's see, what are some other like
Gas
World War Three.
prices,
gas prices? We could do gas prices.
inflation.
Inflation, maybe,
I
yeah.
just think that when Biden was president, what he gave, I know he gave Kamala like a portfolio of a bunch of stuff that she needed to do, the border, lowering inflation and getting more jobs for Americans. She did none of that, and she was, quote, I think, was caught on a yacht with a bunch of celebrities partying and drinking.
Well, speaking of
Again, I don't know if that's
The thing
drinking
with
age, she definitely loved alcohol, that's for sure. I mean, I'll give her that. She could probably down a couple bottles.
and then especially with the gas prices and stuff, people are complaining how bad it is now, but it was literally the same or even worse back when Biden was president, which is kind of weird.
It was, yeah. I mean,
especially inflation too.
yeah, we could talk about the stock market as well. I mean, I'm making more money than ever in terms of the stock market now than it was under the previous president. But
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nasdaq, the Dow, everything.
yeah, I mean, it could just be the tech boom, like the AI boom, but I mean, you can never really tag it to
Yeah,
anything.
that's true too. AI has been a big thing these past couple of years.
Very, very true.
Andrew,
Yep, what's up?
what is your opinions on World War Three, like happening?
I mean, it's no doubt that political tensions around the world are probably higher than they have been in maybe 70 years or so. But in terms of World War III, I don't think it would look like the previous world wars. I feel like it'd be a lot of tech warfare. Um, but it's definitely a massive concern with China encroaching on Taiwan, on what's it called, Taiwan, I believe, and the whole Russia-Ukraine situation doesn't seem to really be coming to an end. But in terms of World War III, I feel like it's been a looming topic for the past like two presidencies or so. So it's kind of hard to staple, where it really is right now.
Hey, Andrew, can we go to DMs for 1 second for something about the server? Just
Yeah,
like really quick.
I'm down. I'm pretty new
Alright.
to Discord. I made my account like yesterday or 2 days ago, so
Okay,
it'll take me a little bit
I've
to.
had it. It's just about some experience that I have. If you want to go really quick.
Okay, cool. Figure this out here. And let's see if we can get some more Trump-related topics going.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. No problem. I'll definitely mod you after stream.
All right, thank you, dude.
Yes, sir. Today's
And
stream has definitely been slower than the previous two. I think I'm up maybe 150,000 viewers over the past 3 days. It might just be because people are out. It's a Friday night, but definitely should be looking better here pretty soon. Maybe during the weekend or so.
do you usually do them every day?
It's not Friday anymore.
Yeah, you are right. Well, I guess for you it ain't, but I do typically around 8 p.m. Eastern time. Seems to be what's been popping off for me lately, so probably keep it there. Maybe twice a day, who knows? Could be fun.
Does anyone that lives near the New York area know anything about like the new mayor Zoran Mamdani? Anyone have any thoughts about that?
You know what's funny with Zoran? It seems like a lot of people were during his campaign. They were, crying. He's going to be this crazy socialist, which he is. He is quite literally called himself a democratic socialist. So there's not really much of a blame there. But since he's gotten in, there's not much that I can really disagree with what he's done. It might just be because he's only a couple of months in, but he seems really personable. Either that or he has a fantastic PR team. But I'm sure the second he slips up, there's going to be a lot of people to criticize him for it.
That's also another one of my problems is that he has also everything he said that he was going to do. Free grocery stores, free everything, decreased tickets for World Cup tickets have not gone down, nothing has been free, nothing has happened yet. Yet he's still saying it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But then yet he always demands money, money, money from New York. And they're like, hell yeah, we'll give you all the money you need, Zoran. And then eventually they realize while he keeps calling for money, they're out of money.
I have something good too. Maybe we should talk about.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's about food stamps and EBT with people
All right, yeah.
who don't have enough money and how it's being abused. Because I have a friend at school who was very mad when Trump like discontinued some of it, and he was like pissed. But I think it's meant for if you're really struggling a lot, but there's people taking far advantage of it. I don't know if like you know about this kind of stuff, but it's just like it's getting pretty big now.
Yeah, I doubt they have this issue in the UK. I don't even know if they do EBT or food stamps over there. Probably not. But it's definitely been abused and kind of exploited for a couple of years now. And it seems like with the EBT and food stamps, the stuff they could buy isn't even, healthy foods. So it's kind of just setting them back even more. But I definitely have to do a little bit of more research into Trump's role in banning them before I can
Yeah.
have a proper debate on
Bro,
it.
someone just donated $50, I think, too. That's actually really cool.
No way. Bro, let's go. I feels off limit with the $50.
I just saw that in the live stream chat.
What a goat. What a legend. I think the other day I got this week I've probably nearing $1,000.
Oh hell yeah!
W50.
For real, that's what I'm saying. Thank you so much. I feels off limit.
Congratulations, that's nice.
Appreciate it, boss.
WK.
Yeah, what a goat he is.
Does anyone have any views on the economy that Trump has done to help America with the economy and stuff like that?
Well, let me pivot from that and say and we could possibly talk about negotiations. At least in my lifetime, we haven't really had a president that's willing to negotiate better deals for the United States. I remember in Trump's first term, he called over the German president to the White House. Don't think it was the Oval Office, but it was in some meeting room. And we were protecting Germany from Russia, but behind our backs, Germany was buying oil from Russia. So it was a massive conflict of interest. And Trump pulled over the German president and renegotiated a more fair deal for the United States. That's definitely something that I like about him. It's kind of his business instincts coming back into politics. But what are y'all's thoughts on his negotiation skills as of the second term?
It's pretty good. I agree. His inner business came out during those meetings with different presidents from different countries and really helped the U.S. Get the upper hand in those negotiations.
Yeah, I mean, we were definitely being ripped off, especially under Biden. Why were we paying Ukraine tens of billions of dollars when countries bordering Ukraine who are actually affected by the war were only paying a quarter of that? It's just as incredibly unfair. I feel like if Trump was president then, we wouldn't have sent all that money over, but I have no clue if it would have even affected the outcome of the war as of so far. It seems like it's not really going anywhere. I haven't heard about it in a couple months, but any thoughts? Let's see, our kid and JPSTR.
About like economy issues.
Yeah, we can do that, or like his negotiations.
I need to do more deep diving on that.
That's fair.
Andrew,
Yep, what's up?
I'm probably gonna go to bed because it is 2 a.m.
Dude, I do not blame you, dude.
Yeah, I possibly will join back later if I cannot sleep.
It's all good. But I mean, tomorrow I'll be live, same time, 8. I'm gonna keep you in here. I'm probably will add you as a mod as well if you're, you know, interested in that. And at some point, maybe
Oh,
it'll be like
yeah,
a paid role if I get, big enough. But I appreciate you stopping
yeah,
in, and it's definitely been insightful to hear from somebody from the UK on, US
yeah.
politics.
Thank you very much. Also, I sent you a DM just so you know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check it.
Mm, Yeah, thank you.
Wait,
I will possibly join back.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Andrew, are you in the U.S.?
Yeah, I am.
Good night,
Okay, okay.
everybody.
Yep, later, bro.
Later.
All right, so I mean, that was pretty cool hearing from, you know, somebody from the UK about US politics, especially considering the past month over there. It's been kind of insane, but he was a pretty cool guy,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm from the US. I'm North Carolina.
Nice.
I'm the
Nice. Let's see here. Let's get some other topics going. Still, massive W. Appreciate I Feel So Limit 55 for the $50 donation. If you do donate, you do
Nick,
get
why don't you talk in the general chat?
you do get a massive shout out, and let's see if we can get to 12,900 subscribers by the end of the stream. It helps me out a lot. You do get a shout out. Your name does.
Hey, yo, you guys have pending applications to join the server if you want to do those.
Yeah, I'm gonna add some of them real quick.
Sounds good.
See here. Prove to Durf if you're still in the stream.
I wanted to mention this earlier, but everybody that debates only talks about like ICE and how they deport people and gas prices. Like,
Those are popular issues though, so that's kind of regular.
yeah, but gas prices when Joe Biden was president were just as bad or worse.
Yeah. It's just a biased opinion with the Republicans, Democrats, people in the middle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
added 2 other people, so hopefully they join the voice channel. We can get some debates going with them as well. I think.
Yeah.
Durf, what's up, bro?
Hey, Durf, if you guys need help with the oh yeah, that's a good profile picture.
That's what I'm saying.
If you guys need help with getting the push to talk on, I can help you with that.
Yeah, it took me a little bit to figure mine out, but we're good.
Yeah, I was confused and then I got it.
All
I
right,
just
bet.
looked it up.
Yeah, I'll give him a little bit to figure that out, and then we can get that conversation going as well. Don't know how much he's
Sounds
gonna
good.
be disagreeing with.
Yo, how's it
What's
going,
up?
everyone?
What's up, Durf?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Durf?
Yeah. So, do you remember yesterday? Hijack 747 donating by chance?
Hijack 747. Yeah, weren't they? They disagreed with me, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the donation regardless of whether or not they agree with me or not. But I think I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's my brother. He's here right now, but he's doing something.
Oh, heck
But
yeah.
I just wanted to talk about a little bit of stuff. If that's okay.
Yeah, of course. Tell your brother thanks again, by the way.
Oh, Jackie said thanks. All right. Anyway, so I just want to know your opinion on how Trump was. Yeah, hold on. Let me talk.
Can I say hi?
Yeah, 1 second. So I just wanted to know, like, your opinion on what happened in 2005 with Trump, like, with all those allegations against, like, him walking to like a female locker room and all that stuff I heard about. I just want to know your opinion about that.
Yeah, I think that was probably referring to when he owned the Miss Universe pageant or something like that. They were doing, I guess, routine inspections, but Trump, he's unbelievably braggadocious, so I would not be surprised if he bragged about having access to the locker room. I guess he claims to be like a Christian family man, which I mean he's free to claim that, but I don't think that he's as Christian as he says he is. I mean, he cheated on 2 of his wives. I mean, who knows what I'd be doing if I was a billionaire, but
Yep, I agree. So
I'd be pulling.
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
So my brother Hijack from yesterday is right here. He wants to talk to you. You have to press this button to talk.
Hello?
What's up, man? Appreciate the donos, dude.
Yeah, bro, no problem, bro. Wait, your name's Andrew, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. My name's Jack. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Um,
W Jack.
What a good one.
thank you, bro. So anyway, I guess I think yesterday your debate topic was about like why you think Trump is like not a good president or something. Or what was it again?
Yesterday was, I think the thing on the screen said Trump as a whole is a good president. Um, Prove me wrong or something like that.
Oh, okay. Is it different today?
Today I changed it to is Trump a good president, just to seem more in the middle. But I'm just right of
Okay.
center.
Yeah, more
Oh,
opinions.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything like specifically you would want to debate about? I mean, I have a few. Like the most recent thing that I kind of wanted to see your opinion on is the reflecting pool. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's funny. I'll be in DC in a couple weeks, so I'll be sure to see it for myself. But I saw something like recently, I think it was today or yesterday, about like the blue part of the pool was coming up or something. So
Yeah.
maybe they got the pH or the chemicals wrong.
And things with that too. People were hating on that for just it was a very bad. Like the water was really bad and stuff. Just the design was kind of falling apart after a long time. So he's restoring it. But there were a bunch of people who were like trashing it and stuff from what I was hearing and stuff, seeing on the news.
What I wouldn't be surprised is after he fixed it, and it did look great for a couple of days, maybe a week or so. It looked fantastic. The water was blue, it was shiny, and then it seems like overnight something happened where the chemicals, the pH level might have spiked or something, and there was some algae blooms in there. I would not be surprised if, maybe in the night to make Trump look bad, somebody might have messed with the chemicals or something, but it's not
Yeah, that.
proven.
Yeah. I,
Oh,
I mean, I
They
would.
do have security cam footage of someone touching the pool about, I think it was 3 days before the reflecting pool started to have algae blooms.
Hmm.
Well, the thing about algae blooms is it's completely natural. Whenever you're even starting a new pool, even when you add chemicals to the water, it's completely natural for an algae bloom to appear, and then it usually goes away after 2 weeks. But the only thing that I kind of thought was weird is he said it was going to be like $13 million, right?
I think so, yeah.
And then I saw something on the news where they were interviewing the people that were doing the contracting, and they were explaining how it was a certain type of contract where, under a normal bid contract, because I do HVAC, so I know a little bit about contracting.
Okay.
But under a normal bidding contract, let's say you wanted, for example, you wanted to get your driveway repaved. You would go to these different companies, find the best bidder, whoever gives you the best bid. You would go with them. They're the professionals, so they would pick the material. They would pick, what time you should get it done. During the winter, during the summer, depending on like asphalt, concrete, all that. Like they would pick all the required stuff. But how it works with a government contract, since I guess the security obviously is a lot higher because it's so close to the capital. The government decides on what materials and everything were used, and the people doing the contracting were kind of explaining that the materials that they use, I think they use, it's called like a rhino liner, and that material is used for like swimming pools that are 6 to 12 feet deep. So pretty much the weight of all that water is pushing the rhino lighter, so to say, like to the outsides of the wall. So when you use that type of material on like a 3, 6, maybe 12 inches in the middle, like that shallow of water, it was almost just a matter of time before it started peeling up. But I was just kind of wondering what your opinion on that was, for Trump to be spending like a reported, 13 million or whatever it would be to redo the whole reflecting pool and then not have it go so great. When there's, I mean, I would say there's probably bigger issues for him to be tackling.
I am
Yeah.
back.
Oh, what's up? What's up, bro? He's back again. Let's go.
I cannot sleep.
Bro gave it 10 minutes and called it quits.
Wait, Andrew, did you say something earlier? Do you do stuff for Turning Point?
Yeah, at my school, yeah.
Oh shoot, that's sick.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's good experience for sure. But in terms of
Hell yeah.
the reflecting pool, it was I mean, I've been in DC a couple times. I think last time I was there was his first term or something. It didn't look good then, that's for sure. It's for the past maybe 10 years or so, it's been very dirty, green and brown kind of color. So it's definitely not on the top of the list for things that needed to be done. But I feel like Trump wanted to hone into his um maybe building aspect, and I mean I know he's building a ballroom or whatever. Maybe he just wanted to make DC look better, but it definitely would have gotten him better PR if it turned out, as good as it did for the first 2 days.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll be there soon, so I'll see it for myself, and I'll tell you guys exactly what I see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
bro,
us
you
know. That'd
should.
be cool.
You
Yes,
should,
sir.
yeah, you should send me. You should DM me a picture on Instagram because I used to live in the DC. I lived right in Arlington
Oh,
for
heck yeah,
the
beautiful,
beginning of
beautiful
my
area.
life.
Yeah,
I
Uh,
agree. But
and
actually, another thing about the reflecting pool is like because I know because I know it has been I think pretty like dark and gloomy. But actually, one of the things that I think I could find the video on Instagram and send it to you. One of the things that the people that were doing the contracting didn't understand is the color that he went with, which was like American flag blue, like a lighter color blue,
yep,
and that color is usually used in deeper swimming pools for safety, so you can see the bottom of the pool. But usually with reflecting pools, you want to have a darker bottom so that it reflects, the monument in the background. It reflects off the top of the water.
yeah,
But like if it's clear like that, I mean, think about I mean, imagine like looking down into a swimming pool and then trying to see the reflection of something behind it. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And I think it sits like right in front of the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monuments, like maybe quarter mile in front of it. So it definitely would have looked cool if it worked. The first 2 days you could see reflections in it, but he definitely should have used maybe a different color and maybe a stronger glue to keep that stuff to the bottom. But
Yeah, that I think, but that's another thing. I mean, I get it because it's because of safety, why the government has to pick out all the materials. But maybe it would have helped if they had maybe some assistance from people in that profession to give them some advice on what chemicals and everything to use. Because the guy that was doing the contracting was explaining like how he wouldn't have done that with a pool that shallow. But I'm sure Trump wasn't the one on his computer like, yeah, I want this, I want that. But you
yeah,
know,
someone's probably gonna get a warning or maybe be fired. But
yeah.
I know we're talking about a monument, but why for like the past couple of minutes have we just been talking about one pool? Like I'm not even just trying to be rude. I'm just
Oh,
confused.
There's
It's
issues
something
that
he
branch
did.
off
It's
that,
something-
so it's fine.
yeah, that was. I just brought it up just because it was the most recent thing that's been going on in his presidency. That's been, from what I've seen, causing alarms to the community and stuff. I
Yeah.
just wanted to see, another point of view
yeah,
from it.
yeah. That makes sense.
yeah. And
But
Hey, bro,
by the way,
hey,
fellas,
got,
to everybody in here, my socials are on the top of the screen, so it's probably a better way to reach me than having to get on my PC for Discord. Um, I'm good with like DMs over there and whatnot, but I'm still getting used to Discord, so after the stream I'll definitely hit up some DMs over here. But
yeah.
let's keep talking.
Yeah, that's okay. That's
Yes,
okay.
well, hey guys, I'm gonna head out right now. But yo, Andrew, we can talk about more stuff at the server tomorrow if that's chill with you.
Absolutely.
But all right, thanks guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Yes,
Bye,
sir. Have a good
Durf.
one.
yeah, bro.
God
Bye,
bless.
Durf.
Hey, Andrew,
Oh, what
Yeah,
was
what's up?
Durf?
I do have one question. That it kind of it's a very alarming thing for me personally.
All right. Yeah.
I have heard some different opinions about it. Do you happen to have like the app, the Truth Social app?
I'll have to check, but I think I've been on there. Yeah.
Because one thing that's like I wouldn't say funny, but it's kind of crazy. Because I downloaded it because I guess it's like Trump's app that he made, and you can go see his posts and everything. And there's a lot of things that he's posted, like for example, like him depicted as Jesus
Oh yeah.
and all that. Like I think it's kind of ironic that for example, Obama was criticized for wearing a tan suit,
Oh yeah.
But then we have a president in office that's posting like these crazy like AI generated things, and there's really not a lot of there's not a lot of outcry about that.
No,
Um,
absolutely. I mean, I did a stream for the past couple days with my friend. We've been asked this a lot. It's definitely one of the things that we dislike about Trump is his pretty rampant use of AI. I don't know if it's him bored after 9 o'clock or if it's some college age like mid or intern or something like that. Whoever it is should probably be fired. But if it's him, then that's pretty concerning. I highly disagree with his Jesus post and how he tried to play it off like he was a doctor or something like that.
yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, me personally, I'm not really religious, so I didn't think it was. I just kind of thought it was funny. I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck? I didn't think it was real at first. That's actually why I downloaded the app. I was like, there's no way he posted that. It's like
yeah.
what?
Now, I mean,
Andrew.
But
if you're on Truth
Wait,
Social
Andrew.
after 9 o'clock, like it can get crazy over there. I'll be honest. But yeah, what's up?
I know.
I'm gonna try and go to sleep again.
All right,
Good night. I'm gonna try 11 minutes now.
let's go. Hopefully you get there,
Yeah.
man.
Hopefully, yes. Good night,
Maybe
lads.
maybe pop a sleeping pill. Who knows? But later, man.
I'm not allowed to
All right,
take
bro.
pills.
See you later. uh,
Uh, Andrew, what do you
Yeah, what's
find
up?
this information and like, do you go to school for politics?
I don't go to school for politics. I'm going to school for finance. But politics, I haven't really been interested in politics since maybe 2023, and that's kind of when I started, doing my research. I don't get my sources from one network. You gotta, if you see something from Fox News, you gotta kind of cross-reference it at something like CNN or MSNBC or something like that,
I
just because
feel
of
like
how
you're a good politician. I feel like you should. So you are in college, right?
that is correct. Yep.
I feel like you don't have to, but this is just why I feel like personally, I feel like you should switch your major to like politics because you're really good at it and you do what politicians do already. Like,
Well, I appreciate that. Maybe minor in political science or something like that. But I'm senior, so I don't really have much time for that. Much time left for that. I've only got a year left till I'm graduated. But I do appreciate that.
maybe you could do another year of college. I mean, another 4 years of college.
Perhaps.
hey, but sorry to cut you off, bro. But Andrew, I did have a. I was thinking maybe because I see you're trying to get a more neutral view.
Yep.
Maybe instead of focusing on like specifically Trump, maybe we could focus on the things that he stands for. Because like one thing that I look at that I don't like about either party is the amount of money that we send to foreign nations.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'm sure one probably comes to mind,
Starts with
but
an N, ends with an L. Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
Yep.
But what about I saw something like, for example, like what's your stance on abortion?
Let's see. So for abortion, I mean, I'm a Christian, but I'm not. I don't think that it should be completely banned. I have the exceptions, the same exceptions Trump has, life of the mother, and then the other two that I might not be allowed to say on here. But I feel
We
that
know what you're thinking.
yeah,
Yeah, I get you.
but I feel like 95% of abortions are people who don't really want to take responsibility for a mistake they might have made. But the other 5% where it's like a genuine crime was involved, they should be allowed to get an abortion, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I completely I would say I agree with that. But in my personal opinion, just it's funny because I actually have two personal things that one would make me not support abortion at all, and the other one is like, it kind of sucks to see. My grandfather, he was actually put up for adoption, so I mean, if they would have aborted him, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be talking to you now.
Yep.
But another thing, because I've done some research on it, and usually in cases of an abortion, it's not really like people are out here trying to have like trying pregnant just so they can go abort it. Like most times, it's the last thing the mother wants to do, and most of the cases, it comes down to financial stability. And one thing that does happen, because I would be all for adoption. I would be like, if that was an option where like adoption would definitely work out, I would say, yeah, we should just ban abortion as long as the mother and the child is going to live, just like put it up for adoption. But a lot of things, a lot of times in these foster homes, it's just it's really not a good space. And the reason I say this is because my girlfriend, actually, her cousin is in a foster home, and she's actually moving in with her, like with my girlfriend and her mom tomorrow, because of like abuse that's been going on at the house
Okay.
from the foster parent, I guess. And actually, the police were called tonight, and I guess the police didn't do anything about it. So it's like, in my personal opinion, I feel like as long as the abortion is carried out before the baby is delivered, I feel like it might be more humane for a child not to be brought into the world at all than to be brought into a world of like suffering and poverty, stuff like that. But I kind of want to like know what your opinion was on that.
Yeah, I get that. I definitely get that. It would definitely, the numbers of abortions would definitely drive down if um orphanages and adoption agencies had better guidelines and control around who can adopt a child. Um, it's definitely like this is one of those topics I definitely have to do more research about because I don't want to be one of those streamers who lets religion get in the way of a viewpoint. Um, but I'm definitely going to be doing some more research about that so that I can come more equipped with a better answer.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That sounds good. Yeah, because I mean, I haven't really. I've done a little bit of research here and there, but just for example, I don't know if you know, but recently Texas passed a law that completely bans abortion, and the since that happened, um, the case of either the mother or the child dying during labor has went up 56%. So I mean, I know a lot of people that are pro-life or against abortion. They consider themselves pro-life, but after abortion was completely outlawed, it seems to be almost that more people are dying. Like, especially if you look at it in a way where it's like maybe up to however many weeks you want to consider it, like up to 40 weeks or whatever, you don't consider that a human life, or I don't know if whether you consider it a human life at conception, but for me personally, I would definitely consider a mother more of a human life than like an unborn child, and the death rate has gone up 56% since that law was put into action. So I mean that's one thing that I like, but I also then again don't understand why it was completely outlawed, because like you said, I mean, you don't support that either. You support the things we can't talk about, and then also if there's a chance for the mother or the baby to die, then obviously that would be a better option than having the mother die.
Yeah.
But another thing, actually, I wanted to know if you saw recently on a news report or on a press conference with Trump, because I don't know if you know, but there's a quote, like a Democratic socialist that's running for the mayor of DC, and so far it's looking good. Like it's looking like she might have a good chance of winning. And a press reporter asked Trump what he thought about that. Like, what would he do if she did win? And what he said was kind of contrary to what he always said. He always talks about like rigged elections and everything.
Yeah.
But when asked that question, he said, I don't know what it was verbatim, but pretty much he was like, yeah, we're not going to let that happen. If that happens, we'll just have to take over DC and back under like federal organizing or whatever. So I was like, I just thought that was crazy because he's always talking about rigged elections. But I mean, if the people are voting in a mayor and then the president decides to overrun their vote because he doesn't support what the mayor wants to do that was elected by the people, I mean, that seems like the definition of a rigged election.
Yeah. I remember when Zoran was running and it was looking pretty good for him. And Trump said something along the same lines, but he made sure to add like kind of a guardrail by saying if he overtakes, if he steps too far into the socialist direction, then something's going to need to be done federally. So I'm not familiar with what Trump said about the person running in DC, but it'd be nice if it had those kind of guardrails. Um, but yeah, I mean, what you said, it definitely sounds contrary to what he typically cries about, especially in 2020.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I do understand.
I think your push to talk might have stopped.
Yeah, something just lagged out.
Yeah, I'll give him a sec. I'm gonna read chat in the meantime.
Oh, sorry, I'm back.
All right, yeah, you're good.
Um, yeah, but anyway, I definitely understand the socialist guardrails and everything like that. Which, my opinion on that, I do really support. I was actually thinking about this heavily today because I was trying to prep for this kind of debate because I've never done it before,
All right.
and it was funny because I was thinking about it, and in my head, I personally think that a socialist approach, or maybe even leading towards communist approach would be better, just to help the homeless population and everything like that. But then I was trying to think on the other side, and think about the things that could go wrong. I was like, well, if we're just giving a bunch of money to homeless people to help them get off the street, then why wouldn't I just quit my job and become homeless so I get a bunch of money? And I was like, well, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking about is, if the majority of the people are voting for a certain politician, whether they're socialist, capitalist, democratic, anything like that, I think that what they vote for should be allowed to happen. You know what I mean? Because then again, if we have like an overstepping from the federal government to pretty much overturn the people's votes, it would, I mean, by definition, be like a rigged election. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I used to be very Republican back in 2020 when he was running, and honestly, I wasn't old enough to vote when he ran this time, but I personally, I didn't like either candidates, and I definitely consider myself more of like a centrist, left-leaning authoritarian rather than like a right-leaning Republican or anything like that. But I actually would have voted for Trump just because of the things that he wanted to do. Where he was talking about affordability, no tax on overtime, no tax on tips, like all that sounded very beneficial. So I would have voted for him. But to be fair with you, I would have regretted it just because of the stuff going on. But what I was saying is, I know from personal experience in 2020, if Joe Biden was saying the things that Trump was saying, for example, I don't care if I don't care if you guys vote in a very Republican mayor for DC. I'll just overrun it and put it back under federal control. I know there would be another January 6th event, that would go on. Like, I would be furious. But it's just kind of crazy to see him just kind of openly saying things like that. You know what I mean?
Oh no, for sure. I mean, if the Democratic Socialists ends up getting more votes in DC, then they should absolutely be the next governor. I mean, should be, how American elections work. In terms of socialism, the money comes from somewhere. A lot of people like kind of look at socialism as this beacon on the hill, but in reality, in many ways, it's sometimes unfeasible because the money has to come from somewhere. So you're either adding a lot to the national debt, or you're taking money out of other people's pockets by increasing tax rates. But in terms of the homeless as well, from what I've seen, there's a lot of like a solid percent of homeless people. I mean, you could give them a job application and it really wouldn't work out. There needs to be some sort of counseling instead of just getting them off the streets and giving them a $5,000 credit card. I feel like that'd be definitely a better approach. But in terms of what you said about the DC mayor race and whatnot, I definitely agree.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, actually, just to build off what you were going on with the socialism, how it takes away from, the money has to come from somewhere.
Hmm.
Uh, I was wondering if you know about, in New York, Mayor Mondami, or I'm not exactly sure how to say his name, but uh, if you didn't know, he got the deficit, the New York deficit, down to $0. I think it was at like 18 billion, the deficit, and he brought it all the way to zero. So I thought that was pretty cool. I honestly, I really don't know how, um, but from what I've seen, it seems like the people like him and everything. And for example, when it was pretty much snowing nonstop, they had they had the
Yeah.
mandatory, you had to shovel the snow, but
Yeah.
uh, they got paid $35 an hour. And I actually play Rainbow Six Siege with my family up in Rhode Island, and a few of them live in New York. They're even saying like, yeah, I mean, the potholes are getting filled. He's walking around on the street like everyone's friends with him, and I feel like it's cool to see that. It's cool to
Oh
see
yeah.
a mayor that's kind of down to earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely
Yes.
very personable. He's definitely got a fantastic PR team, but he seems like he genuinely cares about the people of the city. When there's a lot of politicians who only care about really their pockets. But in terms of Mamdani, he claims to be like a democratic socialist, but I haven't seen, anything so far socialism that has been passed in New York. But I mean, he's definitely done a fantastic job at getting the people to like him. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think the first thing that he's trying to get past that would be like socialism. I would say is he's trying to make it so
Free
all the
buses.
public transit. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Everything like free subway. So I mean, that would be pretty cool. And as long as the deficit doesn't go up, but I mean, at the same time, if he already brought it down like $18 billion, which I have no idea how, I guess with better financing, but I don't see how it could go up. I mean, if he's good enough to bring it down, I'm sure he could keep it pretty low. Definitely with, I know you said the money doesn't come from uh, nowhere. But one thing that he is doing is he's putting a big. You know how people say tax the rich. Um, I don't know if you saw, but I thought it was a great idea that he's putting a really big tax on anyone that doesn't live in New York and it has two properties valued over $5 million. For every property over the first one, he puts like a huge tax on them. And it's like I saw a lot of people saying that, oh, all the rich people are going to leave New York, but that law has been passed, and so far it seems like the rich people, like, I mean, obviously I'm sure they care a little bit, but bro, I mean, if you're not living in New York and you have at least two residents that you're not using that are over $5 million, I mean, how much could that money really mean to you when it could, obviously mean a lot to people living in New York that are pretty much going paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean?
That's a
Yeah.
lot of money for a house.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of kind of the tax the rich New York situation, I think ultimately it wouldn't hurt like the semi-rich people. I mean, the people with like a net worth of 10 million, I would say. But there's definitely something to be said to where at some point big corporations that have these big, buildings down in Manhattan, at some point if the rent is raised high on them, there's not going to be much stopping them from moving to like Austin, Texas or something like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying with that, but then again, with that is if it's if they like stay in New York, or I think it was you have to be at least living there for six, like half of the year. You have to be have that as your primary residence. Then you can have as many as you want, and you won't get taxed. I'm sure they probably can find a loophole or a workaround, because I mean, nothing on Austin, Texas, but New York is pretty much like, I mean, when people think of America, they think of DC, New York, and LA. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's the trifecta for sure. It's I think it's like the finance capital of the world, so I mean,
Yep.
it's definitely
Wall
good to
Street.
have your business there for sure.
My brother said Texas.
Yes.
Well, I guess, yeah. People probably think of Texas because of how insanely, yeah, it's crazy. Um, But I think I kind of just wanted to ask like one more thing because actually I'm dealing with some issues. I did an oil change on my car, and I don't know if you know anything really about cars, but I found some nice oil flakes. I mean, sorry, some nice metal flakes in my oil.
That's
So
not good. That's not good.
yeah, I know. I'm taking apart my oil filter right now because I was like low key. I was kind of like gaslighting myself. I was like, nah, it didn't come out of my engine. It must have like dripped onto the pan, and then that's where all of these like all of this metal flakes came from. But I was taking apart my filter when my brother came out to me, and I think I'm seeing some flakes in there, but it's all right. It's not knocking or anything, so I probably got a little bit, few more thousand miles on it. But anyway, the last thing I wanted to ask you about is what you think about the war in Iran.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny he ran on no new wars, and I believed him because in his first term there were no new wars. But with this whole Iran situation, I'm heavily against the war in Iran. Seems like my entire life we've had politicians and presidents crying about nuclear capabilities in Iran, and I feel like ultimately we're not really fighting that war for the benefit of the United States. I feel like we're fighting it for the benefit of another Middle Eastern country that I think we all know. But it's definitely a shame.
Yeah, I completely agree. Um, but but yeah, I was just wondering what you thought about that because I see a lot of funny things on my Instagram where it's like, uh, you know, nobody could have opened the Strait of Trump even though it was already open before, but then he closed it, but then he opened it, so like everyone should celebrate. But I thought that was pretty funny. I just wanted to get your opinion on it. Uh, but anyway, oh, actually, one more thing. I think I know the answer, but how do you feel about guns? Do you like guns?
Yeah, I'm a pro gun guy, but I feel like there should be, if you have a history of mental illness and whatnot, I don't think you should have access to a gun for sure.
I agree. I was just curious because I probably think I don't know if you would be able to guess what my stance is on guns. You want to take a shot at it?
Um, well, knowing where you're from would definitely help, but I'm not going to ask you that in a stream with a couple
Uh,
hundred people.
I'm from the area code you had on your phone number, the fake one the other day.
Okay, so
Oh,
like,
you live in North Carolina?
yeah.
Oh, well, me too. Me too.
Okay, so I'd say from my experience, I'd say you're probably the same stance as me.
Yep. I do. I honestly, I love this. Like, I've grown up with them.
Yep.
Um, I have four. So,
Heck yeah.
and it's funny actually because my grandparents are heavily Republican, and they don't like guns. Like
Oh wow.
when I turned 18 and went and bought my first gun, they were like pissed. They were like, "This is so dangerous," and I was like, "Bro, what the like?
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't like guns? That's crazy."
Yeah.
But
Second Amendment.
yeah,
Yes,
for
sir.
real. Bro, but anyway, I'll hit you up later on Instagram on off my account, see how everything's going. But I'll go ahead and give the phone back to my brother, and I gotta keep taking this oil filter apart.
All right. Well,
But
good
dude,
luck.
awesome talking to you, man. This
Yes,
is
sir. You
great.
too, man. Appreciate the donations again, my man.
Yes, sir. No problem, man. All right, you have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
All right, I'm here.
What's up?
I had one more thing before I go.
Let's hear it.
So I wanted to know, talk about ice for a second. A lot of people have like, mixed opinions about it, but my opinion is I think ice is doing a great job. We already had I looked it up, 13 million illegal immigrants in this country, and I think it's estimated to be probably 500,000 people already, illegal immigrants already gone.
Yeah.
Um, I think I think Trump needs to build this wall now, like right this second. We need to get them out the country. I also want to know your opinion about ICE. Like, what do you? A lot of people have mixed opinions, but like I heard like two people die from them, but they had to do some shit to like make them die or whatever. I think Renee Good and Alex Purdy, I believe.
Yeah, I'm in support of ICE, the same as I'm in support of, the police. It's been a thing since 2003. They've got to do their job. There's been thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of successful deportations, and it sucks that two incidents have kind of, you know, darkened people's views on
Occurred.
ICE, but it'd be nice if they could ramp back up again because there's still a lot of illegal immigrants here.
100%. I think number one place where, places where there should be 200 trillion ICE agents, like just basically a lot of ICE agents. Things should be New Mexico, Texas, and Louisiana, because those three states border Mexico, and that's where people just jump over,
Yeah, it's the
And
southern border
also,
area. Yeah,
yes, and 40% of the population of Texas are immigrants or illegal immigrants, I believe it was.
that's crazy.
So I know, very crazy, but I do think that I don't remember what I was gonna say. I'm sorry, but yeah. Question: do you live in Charlotte by chance?
I did not know.
Okay, not Raleigh either. No.
I've got a place in Raleigh. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Charlotte is very good. I love Charlotte. Do you have an opinion on Charlotte? I just want random, but I'm just curious.
I think it's probably the best like metropolitan city in North Carolina for sure.
Definitely, and most financial, one of the top financial cities in America.
Yeah, and they've got Carowinds, so
Yeah. Um, North Carolina, oh, as well as South Carolina. I live like super close to South Carolina. Like I can literally walk there. But North and South Carolina is like the place where a lot of old people retire. Perfect
yeah.
place.
That in Florida, yeah.
And Florida, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. But
Yes, sir. Well,
appreciate.
yeah, appreciate you calling in, and
Yeah,
I hope you
100%.
stay in the server so we can get you in some more. And
Oh yeah.
it's been great. I mean, this is probably my first successful run at Discord, so I appreciate you
Yeah.
calling in. And tomorrow at 8, you
Absolutely.
can call in again.
Yes, sir. What time are you gonna stream tomorrow?
8 p.m. Eastern time.
The brain. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know if it was Central or whatever,
Yeah,
but yeah. Yeah, I appreciate your time. Appreciate you. You helped me a lot. I
of
really
course.
appreciate you, Andrew. I'm
Appreciate
gonna
it.
go. You have a great rest of your night.
You too.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Later. What a goat. Everybody who called in today was fantastic. Let's see. Let's see if we can end the stream with 13,000 or 12,900 subscribers. We're 15 away. If you do subscribe, you get a cool little shout out under the live subscriber count. And we've got $50 in donations so far. That's fantastic. Bear with me. This is my first kind of run at Discord, so I'm very new to it. I'll get better as we continue streaming. But I'm going to read some comments. And someone says, "Are you Republican or Democrat?" I'm just right of center. I wouldn't really cling on to any of them. Tony says, "Biden made no mistakes." Debatable. Let's see here. Someone said, "Happy Juneteenth." It's the middle name of Obama. I think it's Hussein, maybe. Let's see here. Read some more comments. Someone says, "Proud Democrat, rather be a Democrat than a Trump supporter." The thing I have with the left is that they've kind of ran away from common sense in a way. Like, a lot of them embrace the idea that there's more than two genders and that men can give birth. That's what kind of chases a lot of people away from the Democrat Party, but there's also plenty of good things about them. So smart to mock Trump hair, hands, and body. Very smart, funny, and original. Did I mock his hair at all? It's typically how my hair is, but appreciate the comment, Tony. Harry says, "Good stream. I applied for Discord. I'd love to hop in there next time." Harry, what's your Discord name? I'm going to go ahead and accept you. I don't know if I'm going to do any more calls, but I can get you on the list for tomorrow. Let me see here if I can find you. Yeah, I'm going to need to know your name. Jake says, "Far left has zero common sense." Breakfast says, "I submitted a petition to join the server and debate. Do you truly believe Trump's a good president? Or are you just playing devil's advocate?" I like to be close in the middle so that I can get a viewpoint from everybody, but there's a lot of things I like about Trump and there's a lot of things I dislike about Trump. MAGA got played, zero brains. Well, I don't think there's anybody in MAGA that thinks men can give birth. WStream, Euro and travel. I do have Discord. Collaboration is on the way, man. You keep it up too. You're killing it. Discord is Lord. Okay, let me check it, buddy. All right, I think I just approved you. So tomorrow's stream, you better be here, man. Robert says this little brat kid does nothing but make up lies. Number one, I'm 21. Number two, tell me what I've lied about. Remy Boram subscribed. There's your shout out. We're 13 away from 12,900. You think healthcare should be government owned or still be owned by private businesses? I'd have to do more research, but definitely needs to be an update to healthcare as it is right now. What are your views, Andrew? I'm just right of center. There's things I like about Trump, things that I dislike about him. Yes, sir, Harry. Someone said Trump 2028. Let's see a Trump Jr. and Rubio ticket. It'd be nice to see Rubio, but I don't know if any more Trumps are going to jump in the mix. Are you accepting calls right now? I just did probably about an hour call, which was great. So I'm gonna save a lot of calls for tomorrow and the next day. But I mean, stream is doing good. Look how many viewers we're sitting at total, about 20,000. See if we can get to maybe. I'll give a massive shout out to the 13,000th subscriber. That'd be fantastic. And I also give massive shout outs to donators. I shout your channel out if you're interested in that. You can donate any amount, but of course you can always watch for free. Discord, what's your Discord? It's in my YouTube bio. Let's see here. Someone said Kamala Harris would not be doing a better job. I mean, if she did as bad as she did under Biden, then that is a true statement. Let me open Discord real quick, see what's popping off in here. Let's see here. Just trying to get familiar with everything, so yeah. I'm gonna get back to reading comments. Let's see here. So it'd be nice to build this Discord server so we can get a lot of people in here. We can get some awesome debates going. Let me see how YouTube's looking right now. What are your thoughts on Kamala Harris? I mean, I think she's a solid person, but I don't think that she was an effective vice president. I mean, her job was the border, and look at how it was. It was not fantastic. Just got here. Is he for or against Trump? I'd say more so for Trump. Jake says, thanks for at least acknowledging Dems aren't perfect. I mean, yeah, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'd say more right so, but I wouldn't really cling on to a party. Subscribed now, says Ron Freeman. I appreciate it. We're 13 away from 12,900. Robert says, this kid is an idiot, doesn't have a clue whatsoever. Give me a topic and let's talk about it. Let's talk. Tony, the rage bait is fantastic. He says, Kamala's the smartest woman in politics after AOC. Fantastic. I respect the rage bait. I really do. Have you watched One Piece? I have not. Yeah, Scott, it's unfortunate that the United States has to fund all these wars for Israel. It's very unfortunate. I do agree. You said Democrats think men can have babies. That's a complete lie. You're a misinformation spreader. Many of them do. Many that I've talked to do. I mean, I've been to a No Kings protest and asked these questions before. Never said all of them do, but a lot of them do. He's a loser at LARPing with corny suit jacket. Can't even spell suit right, but appreciate it. The real, you've never seen a pimple before. That's crazy. What's up, Max? Politicians are just puppets, and Hollywood actors are definitely puppets, that's for sure. Were you supportive of Charlie Kirk? I was, yeah. Are you a supporter of him? You mean Trump? When he does good, if he does something that I like, then yeah, but if he does something that I dislike, I'm free to call him out on it. But let's see. We're almost at 12,900 subscribers. It'd be nice to end the stream once we get there. We've been live for about an hour 55 minutes. Let me see the view count. So far, we're about 40 away from 20,000. So every promise he made to get elected has not been kept. His main promise, the border, that was kept. I mean, Ron, my stock portfolio is doing fantastic right now, making a lot of money. Are you Christian? I am, but I don't practice as much as I should. Let me see. Get a job. I have a job. Do you really expect me to be working at 10 o'clock at night? Trump has been disastrous. Probably the worst president in American history. There are many reasons. I don't know. I'd say a worse president would be someone who kept the border open for 4 years. This kid's a waste of time. Deuces. I mean, all you did was come in here and insult me, but later, man. Happy you were here, and hope you have a good night, Robert. Mokai says, love your streams, appreciate it. What is your standpoint on this? There's many things I like about Trump, and there's many things I dislike about him. I'm not like a Trumpy or a MAGA person, but I'd say I'm just right of center. I like that he closed the border. I dislike how he broke his promise of no new wars. So you have nothing better to do with your time than this? I mean, I'm building a brand and making money at the same time, so I mean, I'd rather be doing this than watching TV, to be honest with you. You're doing good. Appreciate it, Harry. What a goat. How do you feel about his 2016 run? He did great in his first term, but since March of this year, kind of dived down a little bit. Yeah, for real, if you catch me, you'll regret it. All right. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Carlum says Trump is the worst. Our borders have been open since the birth of the U.S., but there were border laws that were enforced. They weren't enforced under Biden. We had about 13 million illegal immigrants stream up the southern border. That's what, like 2.5 or 3 times the population of Vermont. That's unsustainable for any country. And I say this, it'd be the same if Americans were streaming across the southern border into Mexico. I wouldn't be mad at Mexico kicking them out because they broke the law. Law is the law. Toxic Moose says, hey dude, I respect the fact you're unashamed and speak your opinion. Don't let other people bring you down. Appreciate it. Tez says, I like how you're very equal in how you answer these questions. Very professional of you. Appreciate that as well. Literally though, who do you think will be president in 2028? It's gonna be either Gavin Newsom or Vance, but I would like to see Marco Rubio. I feel like he's more centered than many would believe. He's willing to hear the other side out. You don't even have facial hair? Have you ever heard a razor before? I'm 21 years old. The Jesus AI video, thank you very much for bringing that up. Megalomaniac, yeah, I highly disagree with that video. I don't think he should have posted that. It was very childish. Me, I'm not in support of January 6th either, but I'm also not in support of how the news networks edited his speech beforehand to make it seem like he told them to go there to fight, when in reality he said peacefully and patriotically, and 15 minutes later he said something else. But he's ignoring every single question that's about politics. Literally just about every question that I'm reading is about politics. What's your reaction if Dwayne The Rock Johnson runs like X is saying? I mean, I don't know his politics, so I wouldn't be able to really give a solid answer there. Yes, it's illegal to break the laws and not have a green card, but borders are open for business and immigrants. Yeah, legally, yeah. I'm in support of immigration as long as it's legally and we're able to vet who comes in. Missing You Crazy says, I agree with you mainly, but how do you feel about him acting like he's Jesus? Yeah, I'm highly against that. Let's see here. Kind of went down there for a second, but I'm against that post. I think he made it on Truth Social or something where he tried to play it off like he was a doctor or something like that. But yeah, it was very childish. Let's see. Yo, my last name is Maxwell too. Let's go. Let's see here. I'd like to talk in your Discord. Jacob, what's your Discord name? I'm not doing any more calls today because I just did one for an hour, but you can be on the one tomorrow for sure. 8 o'clock Eastern time. Are you a Musk fan? I think Elon Musk is chill. But okay, we spiked up in subscribers. Let's go. We're 80 away from 13,000. I didn't think that we'd actually be able to get there this stream. But if you do subscribe, your name pops up right under the little subscriber count right there. And it gives you a cool shout out. There's a lot of people watching, so it can help your channel if you're interested. Also, my socials are on the top of the screen if you want to give me a follow as well. And I do have a little donation button down there. Helps me out a lot. You don't have to donate. You can always watch for free, but if you feel you need to give back, then it does help me out a lot. Johnny says Trump is a good president. If you were president, what would you change? I like what Trump did with the border, but I wouldn't have jumped into Iran. But and I also wouldn't kneel to AIPAC and Israel and whatnot. But who knows what would happen to me if I didn't do that. His name is Loco Man. Let me check it out, boss. Let's see here. All right, I think I just approved to you. Hopefully you can come in here tomorrow and we can debate on there. You know, he just gave Iran $300 billion, you imbecile. I mean, how much did Biden give to Ukraine? Someone said Elon and Melania are illegal or illegals. No, they're not. They came here legally. Liquid fire. Let me see. What's your Discord username? I'd need to know that. But we're about 70 subscribers away from 13,000. That's absolutely insane. What's your opinion on ICE then? Follow-up question. Why is ICE agents and the majority of them fat dudes with guns? I support ICE the same way I support the police departments, but you know, there were definitely some trigger-happy ICE agents. But that doesn't negate the thousands of successful deportations and interactions that ICE has had. Same way, like in 2020, we had some bad actors in the police departments, and all of a sudden, every police officer in the country was kind of shunned. I mean, I still support ICE, but there were some bad moments that they had for sure in Minnesota. But I mean, they're just ultimately there to do their job. Biden gave our allies half of what Trump is giving our enemy. You mean like the Afghan withdrawal where we gave terrorists all of our equipment? Vitality says, don't pay mind to the people who insult you. That's all they have because they're ignorant. Well, and the more comments, the better, realistically. I mean, free cash. The border was so bad. Why did Trump in his first term pressure Republican congressman to vote down border legislation? He voted against them. They were striking down his border wall, which he said that he was going to do. He didn't do much of it, but they were trying to strike that down, and he voted against them striking it down. What I don't understand is when Biden was president, it took him 3.5 years to conceive of a plan for the border, and then people get mad that Trump tried to strike down the border thing in 2024. Why did it take Biden 3.5 years to even create a concept for border laws? But oh well. Tony says the View said Trump is evil, so it must be true. It must be true. If you were president, would you put America first? Absolutely. Wouldn't be fighting wars for foreign countries, that's for sure. Mokai says, love how you have answers to our questions. Keep it up. Let's go. Appreciate it. literally just scrolled across this. Are you pro or against? Kind of in the middle. I'm pro a lot of things that he does, and I'm also against a lot of things that he does, like the whole Iran situation. Trump's a businessman, that's true. Let's see here. Pretty soon the quality of me on the screen should get a lot better because I do have a professional grade camera. Pretty expensive as well, but I'm gonna try and get that hooked up so that it's not just my phone and the quality will be a whole lot better. Theo, the goatee, bro. Let me see. Alright, I think I approved you. We can hop in a debate tomorrow for sure. That's your job, President of America. America first. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but it's unfortunate that a foreign country has kind of coated the pockets of American politicians for the past 15 years or so. Do you feel about the daughter comments? If you don't know about those, he's definitely said some questionable things for sure. I mean, he's definitely a better president than he is a person. The thing with like Trump and Biden, Trump's a better president, but Biden was a better person. How long have you been doing this? Today for 2 hours, but total maybe like a week or so. Trump's a bad dad, husband, Christian, eater, friend, boss leader. Bad at everything but these magazines. Think he loves them, not for the billions he's making. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a bad eater. Might have been too low. Sorry. Where's the other guy? He's back at my other house. Right now I'm at my parents' place, so I'll go back pretty soon. Maybe by Monday or so, you should see him again. Biden's chill, but not a good president. I agree, John. Okay, thank you for answering my question. You're welcome. Biden's a good man. I do agree with that. Yeah, he's had some turmoil in his life, that's for sure, but he persevered through it. Trump's foreign policy is completely unsurprising. The reason a lot of people voted for Trump is because he's willing to negotiate a better deal for the United States. Like in his first term, we were protecting Germany from Russia, but behind our backs, Germany was buying oil from Russia. So Trump pulled over the president of Germany to the White House and negotiated a more fair deal for the United States. That's why a lot of people voted for him. But it'd be nice to see if he could ramp those kind of negotiations up in his second term. I'm from Australia, and we have the same crap happening here. The politicians spend money on parties and flights they aren't supposed to pay for. Then they argue worse than school kids in Parliament. Yeah, it's insane. Sorry about the World Cup game today, by the way. Let's go. Appreciate the $5 from AAAA. It's like 30 of A's, but okay. He says he has months of making me dislike his actions, and he gets me back on his side over a week. Either way, USA is number one. But Biden wasn't a good guy at all. I mean, if we want to compare his character to Trump, he's probably got better character than Trump, but definitely not as effective as Trump. That's for sure. But I appreciate the $5 regardless. Sorry about Biden being a clone in the files. I have not heard that. I need to do research to see if that's even real before I talk about that. But it could be interesting. You're different today? What does that mean? What do you mean? What happened? I've always been I like to see both sides. I'm just right of center. I mean, you know, if the election were to happen today, I'd still vote for Trump just because of how ineffective Kamala was on her one task, which was the border. But what issue has Trump been more effective on? The border, which is why most people voted for him. Biden wasn't able to totally divide the country. That is true. Who's running for Democrat in 2028? Probably gonna be Newsom. Klondike, let me check. Is your name still the same, or haven't seen a Klondike on Discord, I'll be honest. In the emails, I have not seen that. I'll check it out though. Inflation's high, yeah, it's high now, but it wasn't as high, or Biden's was higher, to be honest. Wages are stagnant. Yeah, they do need to increase the minimum wage for sure. Newsom's worse than Harris. Economy's trash, no denying that fact. It's been trash since March, but 2025 was fantastic. In his first term, it was great, other than the whole COVID stuff. Play music, eh. Pez says, politics for me is a little hard to keep up with, but interesting. You're not wrong. Put on sunglasses, why? It's higher now. What are you talking about? It's definitely not higher than what it was under Biden. What's funny is a lot of people on the left, when Biden was president and the economy was terrible, they were all saying, you know, the economy is just reflective of the previous president. And then the second Trump gets in and he starts to have a bad economy, they say, oh, it's all Trump's fault. But it's kind of funny. What's up, Isaac? Took us to an unnecessary war. I do agree. We should not have, gone to war with Iran for sure. You delusional maggot. Definitely not a MAGA person, but oh well. If you call anybody delusional who slightly disagrees with you, then maybe you're the delusional one. Going good, Isaac. Are you really blaming the pandemic on Trump? Can't blame Trump or Biden for that. Trump A+ this first term, F this term. Definitely since March it's been an F, but 2025 was good. Wow, these people are ruthless. Yeah, it's funny. Notice how the MAGAs are denying their cult status now. I've literally said maybe 15 times that I'm not MAGA, not a Republican, not a Democrat. Just right of center. How do you feel about him calling you a delusional maggot? I think it's kind of reflective of him and what he thinks about people who slightly disagree with him. I'm heavily Republican and I agree with you on Iran. Yeah. I mean, he promised no new wars and then this whole Iran stuff happened. We have to stop being a footstool for Israel. I highly agree. That's probably your best comment today, Iceman. Let's see here. How many people we've got? About 22.5 thousand. Gained solid amount of subscribers, maybe 70 subscribers, which, I'd like to get to 13,000, but it probably won't be happening today. Been live for about 2 hours and 13 minutes. Still a lot of people in here. If you disagree with me, or if you agree with me, I just want to say I'm happy you're here, and I'm happy that we're able to have, a conversation about, relatively controversial topics. But I don't care if you agree with me or disagree with me. I'm happy you're here, and hope I can be of entertainment. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Friday night and a fantastic weekend. I will be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to thank everyone that's donated. Got $54.98 in donations today. That's great. I think I started taking this seriously a couple days ago, and it's really took off. And I'm thankful to all of you. I don't care if you like me or not, but I'm gonna keep using the First Amendment and keep trying to be in the middle or find common ground with everybody I might disagree with. But I'll see you all tomorrow. Appreciate it, Pez. Appreciate it, Makai. Will you be allowing more people into the server then? Absolutely. Once the stream's over, I'm going to vet some people and then add them to the server. But the debates tomorrow will keep happening. I'd like to hit 13,000 subscribers tomorrow. So if you could subscribe real quick, that would be fantastic. You'll see your name pop up on the top of the screen. But I hope you all have a fantastic night, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there or be square.